There's a certain kind of desire a man has for a woman when he feels her body, her presence, and her energy right there with him. It's not just about the physical pull, though. That part is undeniable. It's deeper, more layered, a longing that feels almost impossible to explain unless you've experienced it. It's the kind that pulls him closer without him even realizing he's moving. You see, most people think men are only moved by what they see. Yes, his eyes notice you, the curve of your body, the way you move, but that's just the doorway. The real fire starts when he senses something more, when your presence speaks to him in a language beyond words. It's in the way your touch lingers, not rushed or distracted, but intentional, as if you're reading him with your fingertips. It's in the way you breathe with him, not just on your own rhythm, but in sync, creating a kind of silent music between you. This isn't just attraction, it's a quiet surrender, a space where he feels safe enough to let go of the world and just be with you. You might not even notice you're doing it because it's not about a performance or a practiced act. It's about being present, really present, letting your mind clear of all the noise so you can actually feel him, hear him without words, and connect in that invisible space between his heartbeat and yours. Men aren't always given a place to be fully seen. They're expected to perform, to lead, to hold it all together. But when you create a space where he doesn't have to be anything except himself, where he can breathe and just exist in your presence, it changes him. That's when the connection deepens. And when you allow yourself to be seen in the same way, without pretending, without walls, it becomes something he craves more than the act itself. The kind of intimacy where the smallest movements, the lightest touches, carry more meaning than the most dramatic gestures. When he slows down with you, it's not just to tease or to build tension, though both might happen. It's because he wants to feel you, to really take in every detail. He's memorizing the sound of your breath, the way your skin feels under his hands, the little shifts in your body when you respond to him. And the truth is, men remember these moments. They might not talk about them, but they hold on to them. They remember how it felt to be wanted not just for their body, but for their presence. They remember how it felt to be chosen, not just in the heat of the moment, but in the quiet, unspoken way you stayed connected. It's in these moments that his guard falls, when he stops thinking and starts feeling. He stops worrying about how he looks or what comes next. He just exists there with you. That's when you feel his real self, the one not trying to impress, the one not performing. And that's the part of him that will always remember you. You see, it's not the loud moments that leave the deepest mark. It's the silent ones. The way your hand rests on his chest while his breathing slows. The way your eyes meet without any need to speak. The way your bodies fit together in perfect stillness. Those moments tell him more than any words ever could. And when you guide him through his most intense moments, not with commands but with presence, it stays with him. He might not say it out loud, but he'll carry it in the way he looks at you afterward, in the way he reaches for you without thinking, in the way he stays just a little longer. It's not just the climax that matters. It's who's there with him during it. When your voice, your touch, and your presence become part of that memory, he doesn't just connect the pleasure to the act itself. He connects it to you. You become part of that moment forever in his mind. And here's the part many miss. The anticipation can be just as powerful as the act, sometimes even more. When you let things unfold slowly, when you allow the air to thicken with unspoken tension, you create something unforgettable. Each second feels stretched, every movement more vivid. You don't need to rush. You don't need to fill the silence. Just let it breathe. Let him feel the buildup in a way that makes his body ache for more, not because you're holding back to control him, but because you're letting the moment have its full weight. When you look at him and your gaze says, "I'm here, I'm with you," it reaches him in a way nothing else can. It's the kind of connection that leaves him thinking about you long after. Not because of what you did, but because of how you made him feel, seen, wanted, chosen. There's a beauty in letting desire grow naturally, in allowing each touch to lead to the next without forcing it. It's like building a fire. You don't dump all the fuel at once. You feed it slowly, carefully, until it's burning so hot it can't be ignored. And here's the secret. This isn't just for him. When you give yourself the space to feel, when you stop rushing toward the end and start enjoying every step along the way, you get to experience the fullness of it too. You notice more, you feel more, and that's when it becomes unforgettable for both of you. Because in the end, it's not about the act alone, it's about the presence, the way you're both fully there, without distraction, without pretense. That's what turns an ordinary moment into something that stays in the mind and body long after it's over. And once a man has felt that with you, it's hard for him to forget. He may forget words, dates, or even faces, but he won't forget how it felt to be there with you in that moment. That's the kind of memory that lingers, quietly shaping the way he sees you, the way he desires you, and the way he reaches for you again. So slow down, breathe, look into him, not just at him. Let each touch carry meaning. Let each pause hold weight. Because the truth is, the deepest connections are not made in the rush, they're made in the stillness, in the presence, in the space where two people simply exist together and nothing else matters. Then every so often you lift yourself just a bit, reach for him, and pull him closer so you can kiss him. That small shift from being passive to taking initiative drives him absolutely crazy. You're moving from letting him admire you to actively inviting him in. That tiny gesture adds a new level of intensity. There's also something deeply flattering to a man in that setup. When you're lying back like that, you're letting him see you completely. No filters, no barriers. And if you can meet his eyes while you're in that position, that's when it goes from simply physical to truly unforgettable. You're silently saying, "I'm here. I want you. And I'm not afraid to let you see all of me." A lot of women don't realize how powerful stillness can be in that moment. Sometimes you don't need to move much at all. Just let him explore. Let him run his hands over your body, trace your curves, feel your presence. Being still can be just as captivating as movement because it slows everything down and makes each moment feel more intense. Then, when you do move, maybe shifting your hips a little, maybe reaching to touch him, it feels explosive because of the contrast. And here's the part that surprises many women. Even though he's the one standing, you still have a lot of control in this position. You guide the pace, the depth, and the rhythm just by how you move. Your legs can pull him closer or hold him right where you want him. Your hands can direct his motion without you saying a single word. It's subtle, but powerful. He'll feel it, and he'll absolutely love it. What makes the edge of the world position so special is that perfect mix of letting go and staying in charge. You're lying back, yes, but you're also completely aware of the effect you're having on him. That tension between seeming to surrender and quietly steering the moment creates a magnetic pull. This position is also incredible for building deeper intimacy. You're close enough to whisper, laugh, or tease. You can look into his eyes the whole time, or you can close yours and just feel everything more deeply. Either way, you're crafting a moment that isn't just about the body, it's about the bond. The truth is, this position is more than just about angles or technique. It's a moment of being fully seen, of showing up without holding back. And when you do that, when you fully embrace that vulnerability and let him witness your pleasure, you give him something that will stay with him long after the night ends. That's why men fantasize about this position, often without ever putting it into words. Now let's talk about something completely different, the backstage pass. This one's all about mystery, and believe me, mystery can be one of the most powerful forms of attraction. In this setup, you're turned away from him. Maybe you're on your knees, leaning forward on the bed, or standing, braced against a wall. The exact position doesn't matter as much as the viewpoint, because from where he stands, he can't see everything. He doesn't know what you're thinking or what you'll do next, and that mystery, that unpredictability, it drives him wild. Men are very visual, that's true. But what many don't realize is that what they can't see excites them just as much, if not more, than what they can. The imagination fills in the blanks. So when you turn away, you instantly shift the vibe. It's no longer just him watching you. It's him wondering about you, wondering what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and what's coming next. And for you, this position offers a kind of freedom. You don't have to think about your facial expressions. You can just feel, let your eyes drift closed, let your head fall forward, let go of self-consciousness. That kind of release lets you move more naturally, more confidently. And that freedom, he feels it and he reacts to it. This is your chance to really engage his senses. Maybe you shift your weight a little. Maybe you change rhythm without warning. Maybe you glance back for just a second, catch his eyes, then look away again. That fleeting eye contact followed by your back turning, it's irresistible. You're giving him a taste, then taking it away. And that dance of giving and withholding keeps his full focus locked on you. There's also a deep confidence in this move. Turning away from someone at such a close moment says something bold. I don't need to check your reaction. I already know you're loving this. That kind of quiet self-assurance, it's magnetic. Men respond not just to beauty, but to energy. The energy of someone who knows what they bring and doesn't need to prove it. You're also still in control here. Since he can't read your face, he's tuned in more to your movements. Every subtle shift becomes louder. Every little lean, every change in pace or pressure, it all hits harder because he's paying close attention. He's following your lead without even realizing it. And here's another layer, the mix of closeness and space. You're together, but you're not facing each other. That little gap between your expressions creates anticipation. It's like you're giving him a private show, but keeping part of you just out of reach. That balance of closeness and distance, that's what keeps the desire alive. When you bring the backstage pass into your time together, you're offering more than just a new angle. You're giving him a whole new experience, one that taps into curiosity, imagination, and raw desire. That's why this position sticks in his mind even if he never quite explains why. This isn't about putting on a show for him. It's about letting yourself express your confidence and boldness in a way that feels natural and real. When you turn away and fully own that moment, you show him something unforgettable, that you can be both deeply intimate and totally unpredictable. And that combination, it's electric. Now let's explore something even more intimate, the full embrace. This position seems simple on the outside, but it holds something powerful underneath. You're face to face, your legs wrapped around him, your arms around his neck. Your bodies pressed close enough to feel every heartbeat. It's more than just physical, it's a connection. Many people think men always chase excitement and novelty, and sure, sometimes they do. But what most don't realize they crave just as much is presence. The full embrace gives them that completely. You're telling him without words, you have all of me right now. It's grounding, it's honest. In this position, your bodies are doing more than moving. They're communicating. When your foreheads touch, when your breathing sinks, when your chests rise and fall together, you're building a rhythm that's deeper than touch. It's something that speaks to the core. You stop being two people. You start to move as one. Men love how this position removes all the noise. There's no room for distraction. He can kiss you when he wants. He can feel every bit of you. He can lose himself in you. And for you, it's a chance to not just feel wanted, but to feel seen in a way that few things can offer. Want to make this moment even more powerful? Small gestures. Run your hands through his hair, trace his back, whisper in his ear. Every small action is magnified when you're this close. He doesn't just hear you, he feels you, and that imprints you into his memory. The full embrace is versatile too. It can be soft and slow or deep and urgent. You set the tone, but either way, it's a space for both emotional and physical intensity. And here's the truth, he might not always say it, but he remembers the times when he truly felt something. This position forces presence. It demands that both of you be in the moment, together. If you can meet his eyes and hold that gaze, not for a moment, but for long enough for him to feel it, you're giving him something deeper than any physical act. You're giving him real intimacy. The full embrace is more than just closeness. It's a declaration. It says, I choose you, all of me. That's the kind of memory that lingers, not just in his body, but in his heart. Here's the final takeaway. Men may never name these positions out loud, but they think about them. They fantasize about them. And when you take the lead and turn them into real moments, you leave a lasting imprint. Because it's not just about the move, it's about how you make him feel. The confidence, the playfulness, the intimacy, that's what makes you unforgettable. So here's my challenge. Pick one tonight. Don't announce it. Don't overthink it. Just surprise him. Watch the way his eyes change. Watch the way he looks at you afterward. And know, in that instant, you've become the woman he won't stop thinking about. Because in the end, it's not about doing everything. It's about doing the right things and doing them